Hello.
Hello. Hey, Miss Doubtfire.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
This ain't radio.
You won't find it on the dial tone.
This ain't radio.
Hit the link to know what I'm on.
This ain't radio. This
You
ain't
know
radio.
I'm finna talk my shit.
This ain't radio.
Go
This ain't
ahead,
radio.
give it a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 255 of This Ain't Radio podcast with your host, Chris. Just Chris, and of course, I got my co-host with me,
Flowers.
my guy. How's
What
it
up?
going?
Good,
So,
good.
before we begin, I have another clip.
All right.
I'm just playing. I don't have another clip. All right, John, I'm not here to attack you. Stop. All right, I rewatched the footage from last weekend. You were bothered. You couldn't hide it.
Of course I was.
You couldn't
but-
hide it. I don't know why you were bothered though. I don't think I did anything wrong. But John,
Yeah.
mukbang,
Oh.
mukbang,
Hey.
mukbang.
Nice.
All right, we
So
got
tell the people what this is.
some overnight oats that I made with some fruits. So it's oatmeal, chia seeds, almond milk, some cinnamon, yogurt, bananas, mangoes, strawberries, a sprinkle of granola, and some honey.
Yeah, that shit looks really good.
Thank you.
That smells really good too.
Ooh, it smells good. Look, all right, look, John, I need your full, honest opinion of it.
Okay.
All right. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and
Let me mix
partake
this in here
and,
real quick.
and let me know.
So, and you've been making these for a while now, or you just
for-
started making these, or what's up?
Late, like mid last week, late last week.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I remember. It's funny because you mentioned it to me before.
Yeah.
My girl mentioned it. My girl mentioned it to me before, and then you know how it is. Whenever someone mentions something, the shit starts popping up on places.
Uh huh.
So I was like, "Fuck it, let me go ahead and try it." And then
Ooh. It is really good.
yeah, you heard it. You heard it here, people. I do my thing. I tell you, but it turns out I could cook a little. I can make some things here and there.
And how long did this take to make? For you to make?
I made 4 of them.
Like 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes. Cause I'm cutting up the fruit. I'm not buying the pre.
Right.
You know, I'm peeling it. I'm
Cutting
washing
it up.
them, cutting them up,
Yeah.
doing what I gotta do. So, but this honestly, this has been helping me a lot. Like I'll have one of these for like a snack if I have one for breakfast, and then I'm usually good. But I'll have one like at night if I'm like.
Starving.
Yeah, because sometimes my dinner don't be doing it because I'm like portioning out my lunch and dinner, and sometimes I still be hungry. So instead of eating some shit I shouldn't be eating, I'll go ahead and pop one of these open and do my thing.
Yeah, dude, this is really good.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
job.
Thank you. I'll be trying. It's funny because I gave my nephew some at first, but he was kind of like standoffish at first. Like I don't know. I'm like,
Just try it.
like try it. So I gave him my spoon, and then he took a big spoonful. Then he took like half a bite. It was good. I'm like, finish it, and then I went and got another spoon. I'm like, you want some? Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right,
Yes,
this looks better than it tastes better than how it looks.
right. Yeah. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna stick with these for a while.
Yeah.
Stuff. But anyways, no. So let's continue. I have a question, John.
Yeah.
Would you date yourself?
Of course I would.
No, I'm being dead serious. So, right now, you thinking about it. You know yourself. With your flaws, your goods, your bads, your flaws, your shortcomings, your overachievements, whatever.
Right.
Would you, date yourself?
I think I would, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. 'Cause I think, like, at the end of the day, I'm always trying to do good. in the relationship, always trying to like, you know, be the best version of myself. So that way, that allows me to be the best version for my partner, stuff like that. So, and I know myself. I know the things that I do that I think I do good and well, and so with that knowledge, I think I would date myself. How about you?
Like 50-50.
Yeah,
Might fuck, but I don't know if I date myself.
I might hit, but
Might hit, but I don't know.
why not?
No. I think at the end of the day, yes. But I think about the shit that's like, I'm impatient.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm impatient. Sometimes I get too amped up and I speak before I finish hearing someone out.
Right.
Right? I hear one thing I don't like and I want to speak on that before they go
Finish
on
their
like,
sentence.
Yeah, because sometimes it don't be a sentence, right? Sometimes they'll talk, but it's like, no, I want to touch on this point, but I won't let them like get
Right. You
their
just
whole
want.
thought out. I want to just focus on this one point.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I like jump the gun on shit. I could definitely get lazy and unmotivated.
Mm-hmm.
Even though right now I feel like that part is switching.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's switching on right now at this part, but I definitely noticed that. But yeah, but I think overall though, I'm funny. I'm a solid 4. I'm a solid 4.
A solid 4 out of.
10. That's my own personal ranking. I've never had a woman I was with say I was a solid 4 though.
Right.
But you know, me personally, you know, I'm no Ryan Gosling.
I mean, if I were to rank myself, I'd probably give myself a 5.5.
It's based off of looks, not your whole package, just physically.
Yeah, 5.5.
Cool. Let's have a solid 4, but that's me being a low baller. You know, sell them less, give them more.
Exactly.
But yeah, all right. So everyone has their do's and don'ts in relationships, right?
Uh-huh.
Or like their red flags.
Right.
Do you have a red flag that you have on your list that you don't want your girl to be or have? Like, is there a red flag that, like, I don't want my girl to dress a certain way, but you kind of dress that way, or something? And you know how like it's a red flag if she does, it's not a red flag if I do it.
That's a good question. I don't know. Let me think here. I'm not sure because like I know some red flags that I have that I'm trying to work on, but like I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say like if she does it, it's a red flag, but if I do it, it's okay type of thing. It's more
What's
like
one of those red flags?
for me, it's more like it just has to do with just and it's funny because it's not intentional, but it's like whenever we have like conversations or talk about like some serious matter, we'll talk about it for a minute, but then like sometimes I like change the subject without even like realizing it.
My girl does that.
So I'm like, damn, I do that, don't I? Huh? And she's like, yeah, you do. And I'm just like, damn. And I don't even mean to be doing it. It just happens.
You feel like it's within the flow of the conversation.
Yeah.
But to her, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. And then she'll be like, no, don't change the conversation. Like we're still talking about this and this. Or it's like I guess sometimes maybe I think that we talked enough about what we wanted to talk about. And so maybe I'll change it, but she still has some more to say or something like that. But for the most part, though, it's like me like changing the topic without realizing it, and it's like something that I am trying to work on.
Yeah, but you have to be aware that
What-
you're doing it, because sometimes you're not aware. Because my girl, I don't think she does it in the way you're doing it, but maybe because she'll be like, well, just say we'll be talking about what we plan on cooking for the week, right? And then but we're talking about that, and then it'll be like, I saw them over there this week, and I was kind of scared. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, I was talking about ice. I'm like, huh? What were we just talking about? I'm like, oh, you changed subject. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that, but there's nothing big deal. I'll be, you know, and I forgot where I heard this, but on another podcast, they're talking about how sometimes we put our expectations on other people.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say, oh, you know, this is easy. Like, I could do this no problem for you. Or, you know, do this. This is easy for me.
Uh-huh.
And then just because it's easy for us, we expect it to be easy for the other person.
Right.
But it's like, it's not true all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely.
Like, and that could just be with, like, household chores shit or even, like, emotionally, you know, or stuff like that, too. It's like, oh, you know, it's so easy for me to open up and talk to you about my life. But sometimes they'll be like, it's not easy for me.
Right.
And then sometimes they'll be like, but it should be. They're like,
nah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
Because even me, it's weird. Sometimes it's easier for me to open up to someone that I probably would never talk to again
You know why?
than it is to open up to someone who I'm constantly see.
It's because I heard like when you open up to somebody that it's because you'll never see them again, so you don't have to like worry about them judging you or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Versus if you say that to like me or Pete, right? Yeah. You're gonna be seeing us for a long time, so it's not like you tell a random person and then eventually, you know, once you're done telling them that, you're most likely never gonna see them again. So it's like, all right, that's cool. You know, I got what I needed to say off my chest. Feels better now. Mm-hmm. Now you can go about your day. You know, without the worrying of being judged. You know, I'm not saying like me and P are gonna judge you or anything like that, but it's like that can play into a factor of why sometimes it's easier to tell a complete stranger than it is to tell people that you're close to.
Yeah, I mean, I tell y'all shit, and I would tell y'all more shit, but I think I won't just offer it up for like you guys will have to ask the questions that would get me to
Right.
like I like some shit I'm just not gonna just randomly like, hey, you know, this yeah.
Right. You know, like,
but I think I would tell y'all if but y'all would have to like get it out of me. Cause I tell y'all shit for sure, but there's definitely some shit that I probably haven't told y'all, or probably just never even thought of telling y'all because we never had like a conversation
that like relates to that or whatever. Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah.
Man, it is really good.
Thank you, sir.
It's just like the fruit just pairs with this so well.
Right. And then think about it, the only sweetener I added was the honey. Mm-hmm. And then the yogurt, but that's on the yogurt. I use it's called Siggy's. Mm-hmm. The whole pack is like 2 grams of sugar, and I only use like half in the thing.
Yep.
So the cinnamon and the fruit hold the bulk of the
flavoring.
The flavoring. But, yeah, let's get into a song.
For sure.
You sent me the song Flames of Fortune by Don Toliver and Ludwig Gorgon. You know who Ludwig is? He's done a bunch of your favorite shit. Or not, I don't know if it's your favorite shit, but he's done a bunch of shit that you probably...
You know, I feel like I've heard this name before, but I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head. Like, I know I've heard this name before.
He scored the Black Panther movie. He's Childish Gambino's producer. He produced Redbone.
Okay.
He pretty much produced a bunch of shit on all of his albums. But he's popping. And then he produced the Sinner soundtrack and and the score.
Yeah. So this song came from the soundtrack.
Yeah. Flames of Fortune, Don Toliver, Ludwig, Gore, yeah. That guy.
I'll bleed for, I won't sleep for. I'll be around town just a little bit. Oh, we back for more. Oh, what you preaching for? I guess around town just a little bit. Can I trust you? You know you're my brother. won't sing no more. What am I here waiting for? Dance all night on the floor. Dance all night on the floor. I guess I'm in here caught again. Remember this, it started here. Remember this, we partying. Let it go.
Flames of Fortune, Don Tolliver, and Ludwig Göransson.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you, what brought you to this song?
Just everything, like the beat, the lyrics, especially because right now it's just about the drop too. But I don't know, I just like I heard it once, and I was like, I think I like the song. I was like, and I played it like a couple more times. I was like, yeah, I do, and I had it on repeat for a cool minute. And it's funny too because I had another song from the soundtrack on repeat for a while before I heard this one.
Yeah, and so you heard the other song and you were like, but you didn't put it, you didn't download the whole soundtrack. You just that song.
Yeah.
So how'd you come across?
So the first one. So the first song I'm talking about is it's called "Road to Dublin." Mm-hmm. It's that Irish song.
Oh, it's from the movie.
From the movie, yeah. And I mean, I heard that because I watched the movie, and during the movie when that song was playing, like one of the things in my head was like, all right, I need to listen to this song like in full when I look at the soundtrack. And so when I did, that's when I was like listening to that song for a while. And then my girl actually told me about this song here. She was like, why don't you try this one? I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, I like this one too. Goodness, crazy because I was trying to recall when this song played in the movie, but I couldn't recall.
I don't think it does. Or if it does, it's probably an end credit.
Because like that's what my girl said too. She said I think it played in the end credits, and I was like, that would make sense because I don't remember hearing this during the movie.
No, this wouldn't fit during the movie.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Really time, right to the time period. They didn't really, have music with the more modern sound.
Right.
Playing through the music. They try to keep it all vacuumed into that time.
Yeah, that's how I was like. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the end credits, but yeah. But overall, though, I love this song. I can play this on repeat.
It's good. Yeah, I remember I was watching like a documentary, an interview with oh my gosh, why did I just blank on the director's name? Why did I just blank on his name?
Oh my god,
I like him. I'm a fan of his work.
Yeah.
I can't think of his fucking name. Golly, I apologize, y'all, cause y'all screaming at the screen right now, like, bro, his name is this. But yeah, it don't even matter. But I saw an interview and he was talking about how they went to the South, to Mississippi with the producer
Ryan Coogler.
Yes, how he went to Mississippi with Ludwig to go learn about the music from that time from there, so they could
kind of capture
the sounds and everything, But yeah, all right, we shall move on. All right, dog. Look, shit's getting crazy out here.
Oh, these ice raids are no joke.
Damn. Okay, we could go there. I wasn't even gonna go there. But yeah, no, the shit's getting crazier now.
My girls work like they had to close up shop because
right here. They were in the area.
Yeah, the other day they closed early because they were in the area, and so she closed up her shop early and was just like, all right, was having the people like in a certain spot until like she felt that it was a good time to like be like, all right, we can go now. But I was like, man, that is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. And then you're seeing videos of LAPD helping them by keeping people off the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you see the cops in Bell Garden helping the people and escorting and helping the people get ice out of Bell.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like, what the fuck is LAPD doing? But LAPD always been on some bullshit. And right now, a bunch of people are mad at the mayor because she could say, hey, LAPD, I need you to do this. We're not helping ICE.
Right.
They want her to put a thing out where they tell
statement.
where no, I forgot. It's a statement, but also where she tells the LAPD that ICE is gonna do their raid regardless, right? But to intervene and make sure that they're actually people who's supposed to be doing it,
Right,
like get their
doing
information,
Due
get their
process and all that stuff.
yeah, and get ICE's information, get their badge numbers, make sure they're see who assigned them, you know, and all that shit. Cause bro, oh my god, I can't.
It's crazy because we don't even know when this is gonna stop and when it's gonna end.
They said like 30 days. What's
wild.
30 times 3,000? 300,000?
30 times 300,000.
No, 30 times 3,000.
It was like 90.
90,000. 90,000. Is it 90,000? I can't do math. I'm not. Where's Peter when we need him?
30 times.
30 times 3,000.
Yeah, it should be like
90,000.
Yeah.
It's 90,000. So basically, if they do it for a month, like they said, they're gonna put out a report saying that they deported 90,000 or arrested 90,000 immigrants. All the gang members and drug dealers and rapists that they said they want to get, huh?
Yeah,
But
right.
they're fucking going to
Car
washes and Home Depots, and they're taking the fruit man, the flower lady.
Like
A bunch of
What?
pussies, bruh.
what?
Bunch of fucking pussies.
Taking them right out of the courts. Like
And
that's
the court,
crazy.
that's the worst shit, bruh.
That is.
It's like, cause it's like disrespect. It's like a slap in the fucking face. They're trying to do it the right way, and then it's like, nope, got your warrant, got the, and it's
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. Now I try to balance it out, right? Cause it's so easy for me to just doom scroll and just catch everything, right? And
Yeah.
it's gonna fuck up my mental. So now I gotta like try to find a balance. Like of course I gotta know what's going on. I always
Right,
check,
right.
you know, but I try not to overload on it.
Yeah, because if you overload on it, it might be too much.
It is,
Put you
bro.
in a bad
Because,
mood.
especially if you catch the wrong video.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, man. On a lighter note,
Uh-huh.
the Lakers got sold
Oh.
to Mark Walters.
Yeah, the owner of the Dodgers.
Yeah.
One of the owners
So,
of the Dodgers, but
Yeah,
yeah.
they got sold to the team. What's
Yeah.
the yeah.
Fuck, I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the
What's
name.
the fucking the group.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
the group.
The group, I just don't remember what they named
It's
them.
I tell you right now, TWG Global.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, and they're the majority owners of the Dodgers, and they purchased the majority stake
Of the Lakers.
of the Lakers for $10 billion.
Mm-hmm.
10 billion. So
that's crazy.
Mark Walters already had owned. It was anywhere from 20 to 27% of the Lakers that he had bought from fucking Phil and Schutz.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they just bought, I think, another 60 something percent. So he owns about 80 something percent.
80 something, yeah.
And then the Bus family, they still have a 16% share. But what do you think?
I think it's good in a way because it's like they're all about winning. They're all about, it just sucks because it's like, it's not like baseball where you can, throw money at the players and they'll come because obviously baseball doesn't have a salary cap like basketball does. But I feel like they know how to, it's like they're going to treat it as a business now rather than like how Genie Bus did, like a more family friend style type of way. So like this, I feel like it'll be treated more as a business, meaning that they'll make more business decisions, maybe reach out to get more players that they need, drop players that they don't need, make those trades that
Finally
they were
trade
always
LeBron.
thinking about. Yeah.
Finally trade some LeBron for some future picks so we could have a future to rely on.
Whatever
a
it
future
takes.
so we could have Luca with a future team that he could that could help win some championships.
Yep. So I'm excited to see what they do. I mean, off season's already started. Kevin Durant got traded.
Fucking Kevin, bro. Like, so at the end of his career,
Mm-hmm.
when it's all said and done, who retires his jersey?
You know, it's funny too because I saw that question where it's all like, what team are you gonna remember him from the most?
Yeah,
And I was like,
because don't get me wrong, he
that's a good
deserves to have
question.
his jersey retired, right?
yeah, he does, but it's like
because he's gonna go down as one of the greatest scorers ever,
Mm-hmm.
right?
to me, I think it would be the Thunder, but like even then, it's just
But even then, now that Shea and the third team now won a championship, does that overtake everything that KD did? And think about it, KD left, and then Russ went 3 years averaging a triple double, or 2 years averaging a triple double. So that outshines what KD did. So
Yeah, that's a tough
Russ for sure is a Thunder,
yeah,
right? He is a OKC Thunder. He will be in the rafters because what he did. After KD left, he held it down. He willed that fucking team to
Yeah.
the playoffs every year, right? He willed, even though a lot of times I didn't like his style of play because it looked stat patty,
right.
but he did what he had to do
Mm-hmm.
to get his team to the playoffs to be competitive, and those were his best years.
Yeah,
Like Russ's best years at the Thunder were better than KD's best years at the Thunder. Would you say?
yeah, I would agree.
So, is KD a Thunder?
That's what I'm saying because it's like
Because if KD
there or Golden State or the Suns. I don't think I would
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
like
Brooklyn,
where does he?
See, to me, Brooklyn and the Phoenix, I don't think because Brooklyn he was injured for most of the time. Like I feel like you hardly saw him play.
Yeah,
Maybe
and then,
one season he was actually like healthy, but I feel like for the most part he was always injured. So.
And then the Suns, like what the fuck? He didn't do shit.
Yeah, and the Suns, it's like I don't really see it. So it would either have to be, to me at least, Golden State or
Thunder.
OKC.
But then again, I don't see it happening in Golden State because,
Right, because you have, like,
he won 2
Steph.
championships. Don't get me wrong, he won 2 championships. He was the best player on that team for the 2 championships. But he didn't leave a legacy
right.
that changed. I don't. He didn't change culture, right? Because they were already winners.
They were already a winning team.
championship team, right? So he didn't come in and make them a championship team. He just
Right.
made them impossible to beat,
Yeah,
right?
I would agree. So that's a tough question. I don't know. Like I said, I would just say OKC, but
But then again, but all the other shit I said, right? There's so much shit that trumped everything he did, and then the way he left, it was like a pussy move, right?
what if nobody actually ends up retiring his jersey?
Then I completely understand.
Yeah, I would get it, but
I completely understand.
It'd be wild to me, but it's just like, I mean, it makes sense though. But
Yeah, because OKC, it's Rust and Shea,
yeah,
right? Shea got the championship, but he's not. But it feels like that. Don't get me wrong, that's the biggest thing. But I'm talking about individual. What Shea's done still hasn't outweighed what
no,
Russ has done.
right.
I'm talking about individual. The team thing, they won a championship.
No,
He was
yeah,
ahead
yeah.
of that. He was ahead of the snake.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So don't get me wrong, he's a big part of that. But I feel like individually, I don't know. So I think Russ and Shea will get his number retired there as long as he
Remains
there for another 5 years, does hit and balls out those years, and does really good.
Yeah. But let me ask you because we kind of got off topic. But how do you feel about the new ownership of the Lakers?
I like it. I feel like, well, it's weird because Jeannie Buss, at least for the foreseeable future, she's still gonna be running the team.
Right.
But I think it's to kind of get. I think the owner, the majority stake ownership, they're gonna have to get build their team before Jeannie stops running. They're gonna have to get their basketball minds together,
Right.
before they start actually calling the big
The
shots.
shots and stuff. Okay.
Right? They got to build their team.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. We need a change.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the Buss family is no longer
Right. Yeah.
has anything to do with the Lakers. They're still
They're
owners.
still there. They'll be owners.
But hey, Maggie Johnson just owns everything in LA at this point.
For real. Dodgers. Now the Lakers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. One last thing I wanted to talk about since we're kind of on the sports section right now. So, obviously, we talked about how OKC just won a championship, but, Tyrese tore his Achilles crazy. Like in the first half of the first quarter.
Yeah, like 7 minutes in.
Yeah. So I'm just like, we've had this discussion before off mic, but like, why is it that in today's NBA game, like, athletes are like getting more injured prone than it is back in the day?
All right, so here are my two.
All right.
Here are my two
Takes.
my two takes. One, they're too athletic for their own bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Too athletic for their own bodies. Two, they don't train like they used to train in the 90s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's more like, don't practice during the season. You know, don't work out. You know, don't overdo it. Take your rest. Okay, you see what's happening. But fucking, what were there weren't this many injuries
Yeah.
in the early 2000s, 90s. It wasn't
Right.
happening because they were working out like crazy. They were in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
They were in great shape. Because think about it. Calf injury, right? A push-off. An everyday basic move. Bro, the replay is fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, dude. I've seen that replay over
You
and
see
over.
the
You
leg,
can
the
see
calf
the whole
muscle like pulsate.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bro, and the crazy part is, they were talking about, they were like, he knew what was at stake with the calf injury. Because I forgot who he was talking to, but he was like, yeah, it happened a couple years ago. They were talking about the calf injury and then KD.
Mm-hmm.
How he did it. Remember, he had a calf injury. He didn't play like 2 games or something. Then he came back. That shit was so, when he did the little footwork in the do you remember in the fucking tunnel before he came out?
Yeah.
I'm good. And then fucking step, fucking
One
push
wrong
off,
step and
a push off, and the fucking calf and the fucking Achilles is blown.
Yeah. And the crazy part is that's like a big injury where you're out
9 months
for
at
almost
least,
a whole season.
minimum.
You're pretty much out for a whole season.
And it's tough, right? So now, if what happened if a superstar has a calf injury during the fucking playoffs or the finals again, will the team make them sit out, or will they let them try it? And then if they blow their Achilles, fuck it. At least you did it. Fucking
That's
trying
tough,
to win
man.
something.
And that's tough. And it's crazy. I was reading reports that it has something to do with the shoes, the low top shoes. I don't know if I believe that or not.
Bro, I don't care how high those shoes are. If you fucking, you're not gonna stop your Achilles from snapping because you have an extra 2 inches on your shoes.
I'm like, I feel like that has minimal impact on.
I really think, well, one, the calf injury, once it's starting to show. If your calf is injured a certain way, you shouldn't be playing, even if it's like even if you could run on it and stuff, because clearly the calf is that shit's connected right to the Achilles, so you see it. So now it's like, fuck. So now take those calf injuries
More serious.
Treat it like it's an Achilles injury at that point. But I think they got to train their bodies better.
Yeah.
I honestly think they got to train better and fucking, I guess, try to be lighter.
That's crazy because like I feel like with all the trainers that they have and this new technology and all that stuff, you would feel like it'd be the opposite, right?
No,
like
I think look, I even was like, what the fuck is LeBron doing when he's working on balance and he's all elastic bands, but he's on the weight ball trying to fucking the medicine ball I think he's working out all the small twitch muscles. I don't think these other players are working and they're not playing as much basketball. So I don't think they're in their best top shape as they can be.
All right, so one last thing. Do you think the NBA should shorten their season then?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No. For what? They are
To prevent injuries?
This shit doesn't work. All the superstars are already taking 20 games off a season. And they're still getting injured. No, it's not the season. It's not the length of the season. They're just not getting their bodies tip-top shape.
All right. That was my last question I had.
Yeah, I think that as far as basketball, that's all I got. But let's get into a song.
Yeah.
All right, this song, it's called Louie
Louis.
by RC Drive.
Okay.
I think you're gonna like this one.
All
It's a
right.
nice change of pace from what they would probably expect from me.
Okay. Let's hear
But
it.
it's good. It's RC Drive, Louis.
Louis.
Yeah, this is Pete. Leave me a message.
Well, your days are getting dry. Aloe plant under your eye. Wear your hair just like the moon. Curse at me and I curse at you. And you know I don't mind it too. Fuck you. Cigarette flicking with the plastic shoe. 35 minutes just to put his coat on. Old man love you like a Coca-Cola. Think I'm gonna miss that old smoke aroma. But baby, remember, this is our December. Yeah, how's the weather up in Buffalo? What you gonna do tonight? Hey, Louie, you know it's gonna be alright.
I can definitely see why it's a change of pace from what you usually do.
RC Drive, Louis.
No, it's a good song. I enjoyed it. It's definitely good.
Hey Louis, what's the
you-
weather like in Buffalo?
Where'd you hear this from?
Where'd I see it? It was a reel on Instagram.
And they caught your attention. You were like, oh, search it real quick.
They were, you know how like I'm scrolling and then
Uh-huh.
I did no sound on, but then I see these young people in the garage and the girl playing the drums.
Playing the drums.
The girl playing the drums. So I was like, I want to see.
Let me
And
listen
then-
to it
and
real
then-
quick.
Yeah, and then the acoustic version, I sounded really good. So I was like, I wonder. Let me see.
With the vocals and
Yeah,
everything.
let me see what
Gotcha.
the and yeah. So
All right.
that's it. But you got anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Except now, I think it's time.
Yeah. Damn, it's been a while since we played.
Been like what, 2
2 weeks,
weeks?
yeah.
This is Dang, who won last? Huh?
I don't even remember.
I think it was me.
All right, you can.
I think.
I want to say it was you
I think it
too.
was.
I'm pretty sure it was you.
Damn right. I'm the champ. Till I'm not the champ. No more.
It's true.
Barcelona. Yeah. Hey Louis, what's the weather like in Barcelona? Yeah. Yeah. Hey Louis. Boo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Thank you. Boom, boom,
Oh shit.
easy.
Yeah, damn.
easy.
I did
I'm
not see
back.
that.
I'm back and you know it. I'm back. Fuck ice and you know it. I'm back. Ice melts and you know it. I'm back. You were gonna try to win somewhere over here, huh?
Nah, well, maybe, but I was just trying to like early block this here, this corner. That's why I put this here first. And I was like, that way, like, all right, let me take care of this one, so that way I don't have to worry about it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what you get
Yes, that is.
for thinking too far ahead and not focusing on everything.
My
But yeah.
my compliment to the chef.
So you would
This is really good.
would you spend $7 on that? $7?
$7? Yeah, I would, because this is actually like a decent size portion too. It's not like small or anything. Because I'm thinking like, sometimes I do get like acai bowls and they're even more than this.
Yeah, they're like $13, $14. Sometimes.
Yeah, so and it's like almost the same amount. So it's like, yeah, I think $7 would not.
All right. So whenever you want one, just put in a phone order.
Just Venmo you $7 or
Venmo me $7,
Yeah.
and then it'll be ready in 10, 15 minutes. Just
Do it like
And honk.
on a Tuesday.
And pull up and honk like the car
And pull
just
up and
did.
honk. For sure.
But yeah, episode 255. This ain't
Yes,
radio
sir.
podcast with your host Chris, just Chris.
And flowers.
And I'm the winner till I'm not the winner no more. Or John said, winner, chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner. Oh my god.
Hey, shut the fuck up, fool. It's a dancing alarm.
I think so.
Hey. Cut
Hey,
that
hey,
shit
hey.
off. Hey, that's my bitch.
Yeah, it's my
Hey, cut that shit. But yeah, look, until next week, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Yo,